will pick up your purse, check please, and walk away. Not even a toodaloo, because clearly they're not listening to you. Hey you guys, and welcome back to another video. I'm your virtual BFF, that's me. If you haven't subscribed already, what are you waiting for? This is the year where we're helping small YouTubers grow, so please hit that subscribe button and leave a positive comment down below. We have some natural lighting coming in here and there from my window, and that's okay because it's organic and we love organic. And on to today's video. This is why the first date failed and how to stop going on dates that lead to disaster. The most common reason your first date failed is lack of chemistry. Stop going out with people where you have nothing in common. No matter how much you want it to work, sometimes there's just no spark. There is nothing that makes you feel attracted to this person. There's nothing that makes the evening exciting. There's nothing overall about this date that genuinely has your heart racing and making you feel like, I'm really into this date, I'm really into this person. There's just absolutely zero spark. And it's hard to force a connection when you feel like there's literally nothing to talk about. It gets awkward. There's that silent awkwardness. You'll have conversations that feel forced, and it just means your personalities don't click. There's people you meet and you feel like you've known them forever, and there's people you meet that you just don't ever want to meet again, and that's okay. So don't take it as a bad thing or that, you're never going to find the person. But a lot of times you go out with people and you realize on the first date, there's lack of chemistry. Now, don't start putting yourself in a relationship where you feel like you have nothing in common with this person and just continue to drag it along and just hurt everybody in the end. You should know if you feel like you can connect with this person or you can't. So how do you know if you have chemistry with someone? Well, it starts with interaction. Do you just feel like everything about them is just easy, smooth going when you talk to them? The conversation's flowing without having to put in an effort. You feel excited about how they think. You admire what they think about or the way they present themselves. That's all feeling a connection and having chemistry. And then you also have the unspoken chemistry where you just naturally feel drawn to this person and vice versa, where the other person just feels naturally drawn to you. Sometimes you have a BFF and they come over your house and you guys spend the whole day just not doing anything. You're all just chilling together, having a good time, barely said a word to each other, but you just feel so comfortable in each other's presence. That's what natural unspoken chemistry feels like. When you go on a date or any relationship, you don't have to always feel like you have to get words out to break that awkward silence. If you feel comfortable in their silence, that is a sign of good chemistry. Now we've done our homework and we learned exactly what chemistry is. On to the second reason the first date fails, and that is misaligned expectations. If you and whoever you're going out with have different expectations of what the evening should look like, that is a recipe for disaster, and it can lead to disappointment from both ends. For example, let's say you're going on a first date with somebody, and the person that you're going on a date with expected a more casual evening versus you, who got all glammed up and you're wearing your very luxury outfits, thought it was going to be a more high-end, fancy restaurant type of evening. So when you both meet each other and you realize the evening isn't what you expected, it bursts everyone's bubble, and you end up not having a good time, where one person thought it was just going to be a get to know you, relaxed type of evening, and then the other person will think that this person didn't put in an effort to really woo you or impress you. So two people walk in a date with different expectations is not going to end well. So it's really important, ladies, let's say you're going out with a man and they want to ask you out on a date. There's nothing wrong with asking, what type of date are you planning for this evening? Is it casual? Is it more intimate? Is it more fancy? Just so you can both have the same expectations of what to expect for the evening. So no one's disappointed, nobody thinks that the other person didn't put in an effort, and everyone walks out happy, whether you both ended up liking each other or not. The third reason the first date fails is those nervous butterflies in your tummy that really make a disaster of the night. Sometimes people can become so nervous that they don't end up showing who their true selves are. They end up showing themselves as these awkward, quiet, uninterested people. And a lot of times, girls, when they're nervous, we tend to have a very mean face or just a very guarded personality that, we have our walls up, we're nervous, we're scared, we're ready to bite at the first sign of danger. And that really ruins the opportunity to enjoy yourself in the evening and to just be yourself and have someone get to know you. And the best way to overcome this is to really learn to be confident in yourself, to stop feeding your insecurities and telling yourself, oh, I shouldn't laugh too hard, or I shouldn't say certain things, or I don't want to speak too much because my friends say I talk too much. So it's really just important to be yourself. The right person will like your qualities, will love your qualities actually. So don't feel bad about yourself. Don't start in your head feeding all of those negative insecurities about the way you walk, you talk, how you look. It's just going to ruin your night. Instead of enjoying the other person or actually focusing on the other person, you're focused on how they're going to see you, and you shouldn't really care what people think of you. You should be happy and confident with yourself. And if this person ends up not liking you at the end of the night, their loss. So what? Just end the night respectfully. That does not mean that you are not good or you are not pretty or smart. It just means you guys didn't click, and that's okay. Having nervous energy can really affect the flow of conversations. It can make it much more awkward, much more difficult to have that easy, smooth going chit chat throughout the night. It makes it much harder to connect intimately and just have those really nice, deep conversations. So, really focus on overcoming and reflecting on those insecurities or nervousness before you go out in the night, and just make sure that you go to this date fresh, confident, and feeling like your best self. The fourth reason why the first date failed is lack of mutual conversation. And what this means is one person is talking way more than the other person. And this leaves little room to get to know the other person or to give them the opportunity to have the floor to themselves and speak. And another example can be someone who's just really disengaged during the date, where they're just so quiet, they're not speaking, they're not engaging in the conversation, they're basically just nodding their head. They seem so uninterested. And that's not really a fault on your end if the other person just arrives to the date and is overall disengaged. It just means that, okay, I would just wrap up the day. I wouldn't even have to wait till the night ends. If someone's disengaged, not interested, and I'm sitting right in front of them, I would get up to leave. I would pay for whatever I ate. I would get up to leave. I wouldn't even tell this person, okay, you seem uninterested, I'm going to leave. I would just get up and leave. You should not have to explain to someone that their behavior on a first date is disrespectful, because they know they're being disrespectful when they're disengaging, they're not looking at you, they're not showing any interest. Even if they don't have chemistry or they realize they don't like you, I would still be very polite about it. And if this person isn't being polite at all, just very disengaged, very disinterested, not really listening to what you're saying, I would just pick up your purse, check please, and walk away. Not even a toodaloo, because clearly they're not listening to you. And then the fifth reason, there's so many reasons why the first date failed, is distractions. Woohoo, you guys, we have cell phones and we put them on the table when we're out to dinner, and then the phone tings and we get notifications and everyone's messaging us at the worst time. And we just can't help ourselves but want to scroll. This is so disrespectful when you're going out with anyone, even if it's someone you've known your whole life. There is a time to sit and scroll through your phone and respond to messages, and then there's a time to connect with the people around you. So just be very respectful of that when you're on a date. I would just, even unless there's like a family emergency or some type of issue that needs to be addressed, I would put my phone away. I wouldn't even have it sitting on the table. When you put your phone away and it's not on the table, this is a huge representation of someone who is confident to speak and does not need to constantly check their phone or scroll through anything. It shows that I am available to you, and I'm open, and I am here, and I am present. So eliminate distractions the next time you go out on a date or with friends or family, and just see how much more present you will be in the environment and throughout the night. You will feel really, really good about it at the end of the night when you realize you haven't even checked your phone. You were so present. It felt so good to be there in the moment. And that's really what it means to have a successful date or outing or whatever it is you plan to do. And then the last reason why the first date fails is over analyzing and overthinking. Stop overthinking everything. Just take it slow. Take the date as it is. Take it as it is. Having to pinpoint and figure out and map out everything that went down and realizing what this person meant by it, you're really setting yourself up for failure. Stop overthinking the person's body language, their conversation, what they meant by this, how they said this certain joke, and just take the night as it is and relax. Just enjoy yourself in the moment. Because when you keep overthinking and analyzing, you're basically putting tension into things that are unnecessary. Now nobody's relaxed, nobody's confident, and no one's enjoying the night. So really just take it as it is, take it slow, relax. Don't pinpoint every time your date says something, you're overthinking, well, what did you mean by that? And what did you mean by this? There's no way you will get a second date if you're sitting and overthinking and overanalyzing what this person meant throughout the whole night. So just take it easy, take a deep breath, and just relax. And I'm sure everything will work out perfectly. So I hope you took good notes because I'm running out of phone space, so I can't record anymore. Hopefully once I become a full-time YouTuber, I can actually buy camera equipment. But thank you so much for taking the time to watch. If you've reached the end, I really hope you find these tips and tricks beneficial and it helps you just overall improve and become the best version of yourself. Please help out small content creators and hit that subscribe button and help your virtual BFF grow. Thank you again so much for watching and stay tuned for more videos. Thank you.